Hello, I'm Eileen Roach, and welcome to today's episode of Between Friends. I'm thrilled that you joined me. We have an exciting program today. We have a guest that's going to join me in just a moment. But before we do that, type in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. I know many of you have been waiting to see and learn all about Mylar Embroidery. It might be new to some of you, and others, maybe you've been doing it for years. It is a fun technique and it adds an awful lot of sparkle without any hassle to your embroidery. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what today's program is brought to you by, and that is our new Perfect Vision lamp. And, you know, when you talk about a magnified look at Mylar Embroidery, we have just the product for you so that you can get a close-up look at that Mylar. And we're going to be doing some of that in the overhead cam. But in the meantime, I just thought you'd like to see the introductory price of this product, which is $49.99. And it has 3 different color settings of light, and it's dimmable. You know, it goes from kind of light to very bright. You'll see. And it's a product that you could use both at your machine and also in your work table when you're, you know, removing Mylar, for instance, or maybe doing any kind of handwork. And it's kind of flying off the shelves. So if this is a product that you've been looking for, I would suggest you order it now because it is going really fast. And a big welcome to my neighbor, Barbara George, in the Colony, Texas. That's just a couple towns over from where I live. And Shar Morrison in South Dakota. Wow. And we have Tennessee in the house, and Missouri, and another Tennessee, Rockport, Massachusetts. I'm hoping it's cool up there. And look at Donna Bond from Somerset, England. Welcome across the pond. So glad that you're here joining us today. And our good friend Judy Warren, aloha to you too, and Marlene from Illinois. So if you have any friends that love Mylar Embroidery or just love embroidery, send them this link and tell them to join us because they are going to get the chance to meet my good friend, Patricia Gates from Purely Gates. So let's go ahead and welcome in Patricia.
Hey, how are you?
Hi. Welcome today. How are you?
I'm great, Eileen. It's always nice to be here with you.
Oh, I always love seeing what you have new. And, you know, all the expertise that you bring about Mylar Embroidery, you practically invented the technique. So you're the person that everybody should go to with Mylar questions, right?
Well, we hope so. Yes, we hope so.
Yeah.
If you want to do it right.
Yes, if you want to do it right. And,
If you want the
and
good
it's easy
stuff.
to do it right. It's easy.
It's very easy. It's very easy.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be intimidated at all. It's very easy.
Right. So you've been working on this year. You have some new products to introduce, 3 new collections, and an exciting new hard good product that I'm really excited to share with everybody. Here's Maria Soto. She says, hi, Patricia. She's probably met you at a show, I would
Hey,
think.
Maria.
And yeah, Cindy King, she loves your products and the best Mylar. That's a lovely comment,
Cindy.
right? Yeah. So what do you want to share with us today? How do you want to start?
First of all, let's give a quick introduction to Mylar Embroidery for
Okay.
those of you who are not familiar with it. First of all, we are Purely Gates Embroidery, and what we are known for is the Mylar Embroidery. We actually own the trademark Mylar Embroidery. And you can see our website, purelygates.com, that has a lot of great information on it and very comprehensive videos. So if you ever have a question as how to do it, you can go there and actually see me doing it and showing how simple the process is. But what Mylar Embroidery is, it's machine embroidery that allows you to make the thread that you're using, your 40 weight machine embroidery thread, make it look like metallic thread. Now, when you look at our designs, if you'll go to, there you go, you're going to see the sparkle in those designs. Any that sparkle you see, there's no specialty threads at all. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Okay, I had another screen there. Okay, so any of the areas that shine, there is a special stitch fill that allows the Mylar to shine through. Okay, so
look at that turtle. Oh my goodness.
It's like
he's
it's on
really
fire.
glimmering. He looks like he's wet, like he's really underwater.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't really believe that. No, there's no way that's not 40 weight machine embroidery thread. It is. It's just the way the designs are digitized. And only portions of each design were created to allow that Mylar to shine through. So you have to look at our color chart to know when to lay down the Mylar and when to tear away the excess. And I know, Eileen, you're going to show us a demonstration on that.
Absolutely. But before we get started, Patricia, I've had a couple people ask about your microphone to turn it up a little bit. Are you able to do that, Tom?
Yes. He's raising yes, he's doing that right now. I think that's how I lost my screen.
So bear with us, folks, and thanks for telling us. But while we're waiting for that,
I'll try to speak louder too.
Oh, great. So J.S. Stern, she just finished a quilt for her husband using the Mylar Cars 2 for their 45th wedding anniversary, and he loved it. Isn't that awesome?
Wow. Send us a picture.
Yes.
We'd love to see it.
Right. And that information, where to send it's right on your website, I guess, right?
Yes, you can go to purelygates.com, and then you'll see our email where you can supply us with that information. But
awesome.
as well as being online, we travel the country. We do a lot of shows, and that gives the customer the opportunity to actually see our designs in person. And we're always told, geez, it's not as pretty on the website, as hard as we try, but it's the way your eye catches that light. And all of our samples are usually hanging there. So if you ever have an opportunity to stop in and say, hey, do that, even if you don't buy anything, it gives you the opportunity to know ahead of time. It's like, oh, I really want to get that one. Let me see what she did with it. But it also gives you ideas as to how to use the design. So our collections are created for you to use in your projects. But we do give you ideas and suggestions as to how to use them.
Yeah. So why don't we go to the overhead cam and take a look at, your process, right?
Okay.
So, okay. There we go. So as you can see, I'm using my new Perfect Vision magnifying lamp, which is 5 times the magnification. Let me go ahead and turn that light on. You can see that nice bright light. But here on Patricia's instructions, you're going to have a green dot. Let me get that under there. There we go. Here we have the green dot and a red dot. Now, Patricia, why don't you explain to everybody what those dots mean?
Well, first of all, there is a key on each design color chart page that tells you what they mean. So your green dot says, place your Mylar after this color change stitches. So in this example, I believe that green dot is on color change number 2.
Yes, it's on number 2.
It's on number 2.
Sorry.
What that means, because we're placing the Mylar after the color change stitches, you're going to stitch color 1, then you're stitching color number 2, and then you're laying the Mylar over the top. And you're going to briefly hold it because the next color change automatically does a tack down for you. Okay?
Right.
So it's always after the color change that has the color dot. You're going to keep changing your colors through the color chart until you see that red dot. And here it's on number 4. So you're going to actually stitch color change number 4, and then you're going to remove your excess, and it just tears away beautifully. Then you're going to continue through your color chart until the design is complete.
Yeah.
So if you'll notice, all we did was we followed a color chart, just like you do in regular embroidery. You're going to keep stitching and going through the process, and you're going to lay it down when it tells you and tear away when the color chart tells you.
And so I actually have that letter A, that template that we just showed you, and I did pull this out of the hoop because I have mad skills. I'll be able to get it back in there. But as you can see, all that Mylar is on there, and it's just so easy to rip that off, right? It just kind of tears away. And if you have tiny little pieces, you might want to come back at it with some tweezers and, pull it out of some little spaces and then just pull away. Sometimes really fingers are easier. But that's how easy it is. Now I'll put this back into the hoop I'll pull this back into the hoop and and finish the design, because you intentionally have people tear it out during the embroidery process, correct?
Yes, it's most important to lay it down at the proper time. Tearing it away, you can do it later, but I have you tear it away at a certain point so that you are not picking it out of little places where it's not going to show, and so you don't waste your Mylar. And I just do want to stress here that you are not going to pop it out of the hoop to take your Mylar off. She's just
Right.
doing that out of convenience. So
Yeah, and actually, I should have put this in a hoop to demonstrate this, so I apologize. That's my
That's
bad.
okay. That's okay.
Right.
I knew we'd get an email, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to clarify that. And a lot of times with the hoop sitting on the bed of your machine, you can take your hands and then press down and pull, and just it does for me. The sweat on my hands pulls that Mylar right off, and it perfs right around it beautifully. Now, the little pieces that you need to pick out, that mostly happens if you're doing some of our collections that have phrase designs in it. So if you're picking out the little piece out of the I of the E, little areas in the A, those kind of things, that's what that's great for. But a lot of the larger areas, it does perforate right around it very easily, so it cleanly
Right.
comes off.
But
And
look at the
save
shine.
those pieces too, because you're going to be able to use them on another design.
Yeah. But the shine that you get is just incredible. I love the shimmer, as the fabric moves. So imagine if it was a wearable, it really catches the eye. It's really lovely. There's the whole Mylar effect.
And you
I love
talk
it.
about wearables. I want to reassure everyone that as long as you're using our Mylar with our Mylar embroidery designs, we guarantee launderability. So you can put them on baby quilts, kitchen towels, aprons, clothing, jackets, all of that. In fact, those letters she was pulling the flowers she was pulling the Mylar away is actually the same flowers on my jacket. I've got the big letter on my back, but it's the same ones that she's done. So this has been washed a bajillion times, and you're good to go. So don't be afraid that you're going to mess it up just because it sparkles. Throw it in that washer, the dryer, hot dryer. It's not going to be a problem.
Right. And we've had several people ask Linda how washable they are. So your question is answered. And then also they wanted to know, can you iron it?
Well, you're not going to iron the Mylar, okay? When I say you can wash, dry, and iron anything the item is embroidered on, sometimes I've got some cotton shirts, blouses that I've embroidered on, and sometimes I have to run it right across there. A lot of times I'll do it from the back, but every once in a while I do shoot it across the top. What will happen is your thread will melt before it does anything to the Mylar. Okay, so don't worry about that. They are digitized in a way that the thread protects the Mylar, and that's why we emphasize, as long as you're using our Mylar with our Mylar embroidery designs, we guarantee, we know you're good to go. Wash, dry, and iron, all of that.
All right. Well, I want to show how you can use the Perfect Vision lamp to insert a needle. So let's do that, and then we'll get to your beautiful samples, okay?
And Eileen, I wanted to tell you, you can literally perform surgery with that lamp. When I got that and I was looking through there, I was like, oh my God. I mean, it's fabulous. It's fabulous.
Right.
The only part I didn't like about it was seeing my skin on my hands.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
I can relate to that for sure. I can definitely relate to that. But so it has 3 different colors, and this is the warm, I believe, and then we go to the cold or cool, or no, that was natural, and this is cold. And you can make the light dim or increase the brightness of each of those settings. So pretty cool, huh? I love that. Okay, so to insert a needle, if you just kind of take a look at the magnification. I mean, it's just amazing. Here you can barely read that outside of the magnification, but inside it's awesome. So I'm going to flip that around, and this little needle inserter tool, I don't know if you can see, but let me move it so you can see it's not quite a circle in this area, right? It has a flat back, just like our needles do, right? Any home sewing needle has a flat back. So you just drop that needle with the flat back in that position. And then very easily you can use, the magnifying glass to make sure that you are in the right position. So easy. Twist that screw and you're in place. And I always do like to just use that screwdriver and just give it 1/4 inch turn so that I know it's nice and secure in the needle holder, because it's super easy to do. But that magnifying glass, it is my new best friend, and it clamps onto a table. It has a 14-inch gooseneck, and it is just delightful. We love it. We're using it all the time. So I hope you order one today, because it's a great price and they are going really, really fast. So let's go ahead and Patricia, show us what else you have in store. I know you've been working on some new products.
Yes, we've got some collections that we wanted to highlight with y'all. It's we did a nice presentation. I think it was last summer, Eileen.
Yes.
And we've got some collections we have created since that time. So I wanted to get y'all caught up with what's going on. A lot of our collections will include a same themed quilt motif, because a lot of the ladies are afraid to do a long arm, that kind of thing, but it gives them something that they can either use behind their designs or in alternating blocks to make a project bigger. But not all of our collections have a same themed quilt motif. We have 180 collections now.
Wow.
But yeah, so a lot of them.
That's a lot.
So probably I would say about 25% of them don't come with a quilt motif. So what we've done is we have created some collections that are nothing but quilt motifs. Okay. And one of our newest one is Quilting Designs 4, and I describe it as free motion and feathers. And it is this orange and purple. I know it's maybe hard to see, but there's free motion type designs and feather type designs. They are all single run, just like regular quilting, and they are asymmetrical. So when you use one of the designs, if you want to repeat it throughout your project, you stitch it, and then the next time rotate it 90 degrees. You're going to get the same style, but it's going to look different because it's asymmetrical. And you can do that up to 4 times, and it's like you've got 4 different quilts. So Quilting Designs 4 has 12 different feathers or free motion in 10 sizes each, and they each one has a coordinating, well, we've got 4 border motifs that coordinate with some of the designs and the corner turns. So there's a lot of variety in that. And I wanted to show you a sample that I've done. It's all over quilting. It is done all in the hoop. So I multi-hooped to get this look. Trying to get sometimes quilting is hard to see, but you can see some of the feathers up here. Yeah. In the center, I've got the free motion or stipple quilting that a lot of people like to use. So all of that was done. Now I knew this was going to be a wall hanging, so I did all of that quilting first. So it does go over to the back, so you can see that there.
Gorgeous.
So being a wall hanging, I went ahead and did the embroidery afterwards, and you do see it on the back. But you'll see that that's, I think that's one of the part of that collection you were showing on your project there a minute ago.
Right.
So that's Quilting Designs 4, and again, it's got lovely feathers in different ways and free motion or stippling and that kind of thing. Stuff. A lot of times you'll see, I always do a sample that includes free motion because a lot of the ladies do have the long arm. So I've got some that kind of look like some of the things that I've been doing. So that's Quilting Designs 4, and again, it's this sample right here. 12 different quilting type motifs that you will be able to see when you go to the website. You're going to see a close-up of all of that, as well as the different projects that we've done. And I want to make sure, can everyone hear me? Are we
yes,
still good on the sound?
We've had good comments about the sound. Yep.
All right.
Thanks for checking.
So that's Quilting Designs 4. Another one we have a suggestion list, a suggestion list of things to do. This one has been on the list a really long time. And it did take us a while to get this one together, but it's our Mylar motorcycles.
Wow.
And we go all over the country, and usually when someone, oh, do you have motorcycles? We try to narrow down the kind of things that they're looking for. Are they looking for flames and skulls and that kind of thing, or just some nice stuff? So when we do a collection, because it does take a while to create it, I try to put everybody's wants in one collection so that we can fulfill all of those different needs. So I'm going to start with this one right here. Now, we don't put the emblems on the motorcycles. So I always like to say these motorcycles are what you need them to be. So that, but I can do tell you that there's Harleys in there, Honda, there's a little bit of everything in there.
Okay.
And again, our website will show you these
Beautiful.
close up. And all of these
Yeah.
fit in a 5x7 hoop. You are getting the word
Nice.
motorcycles that you see here. You're
Yeah.
also, when I was talking about same thing quilt motifs, you're getting tire tread,
Oh, fun.
border quilting, and
Yeah.
background quilting. You
Very
are
nice.
also getting, so all the motorcycles themselves fit in 5x7. You're getting some 4x4 designs that also are in 5x7.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, so viewers, if you have any friends who are motorcycle mania, or they're embroiderers and they love Mylar, send them this link so they join us and catch these beautiful samples. And at the end of today's program, Patricia is going to be providing a discount code for you to shop at her website, which is purelygates.com. And in the chat here, you'll notice that my team, Designs and Machine Embroidery, is providing a link that you could jump to our website and shop right below this live broadcast so that you could take advantage of today's specials. Look at those motorcycles. I love the big
here.
Yeah, the big patch and great fabric choices, Patricia. Of course, you always nail that, but I love the checkerboard on, the border, the asymmetrical border, really very nice. Oh, you have a jacket,
and
of course.
Speaking of patches, we did a jacket. Now, you can embroider these directly on the jacket, but being introduced to Dime's patch, Poly Patch 12, love it. So this is what I did. This was the first project I did with it. It was so easy to use.
Yeah.
So I was speaking to a customer at one of the shows, and she says, all of my biker girlfriends want me to do them a jacket. So she got this collection. I said, the beauty of doing it this way, everybody can provide their own jacket that they know works. And then all they have to do is sew the embroider on this and then sew that patch on their jacket. So
awesome.
I've got a sleeve here that's really cool, and I didn't have to open up the sleeve to put that on there.
Because did you fuse it in place?
I sewed it on.
You sewed it on?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
but it was
Put the
high
straight
enough
stitch in
up
that
there
one.
on the
It was
shoulder,
high enough
so that
in the shoulder. Yeah,
great.
that I could flatten that.
Love that.
So that just shows you this one comes in 2 sizes. So the other size was on that jacket.
Great.
Also, you are getting, these are some of the 8x12 designs.
Okay.
Now, when I do collections, I try not to leave anybody out. So if your largest hoop is 5x7, you're still going to have the ability to create these types of things because all the phrases we've given you in 2 sizes separately. So you can use them independently, or you can add a motorcycle to it and multi-hoop. So here's some of those.
Oh, they're beautiful. I must say that your lettering that you do is always fantastic. Just fabulous. Look at Freedom. That has Mylar in it. Well, all of your lettering has Mylar in it, but Ride and Live, beautiful. Just gorgeous.
And let's see, where's that other one?
Those fonts are awesome. Really, they got to be the best in the business. They really do.
So, behind me. Tom just reminded me.
Behind you.
It's like, where did it go? It's right behind me. Okay, so here you can see you are getting the phrases separately as well. So you can add any of the motorcycles to them. You're getting it in 5x7 and you're getting it in 8x8. So you can see that these look like the ones that I just showed you, but without the motorcycles. So you can use them both ways. Again, incorporate it into your project, but we're going to give you some ideas as well.
Yeah, and I love the gears that you have there behind you. Mud, Sweat, and what? Gears?
Mud, Sweat, okay, which way to go? Mud, Sweat, and Gears.
Yeah, love that. That's great.
And then these are the eagles, skulls.
Absolutely. Yep. Look at the angel wings. Oh my goodness. They're awesome. Oh my. This must be a huge seller. Great artwork.
It is. It's been very good. So it was well worth the work. There's 85 designs in this one. Like I said, you're getting the tire tread, background quilting in 10 sizes, and then you're getting the border quilting that goes with that as well.
You might find that it's, interesting that motorcycles are so popular, but really many embroiderers motorcycle. They do. Yeah. I don't know if the patches drew them in or vice versa, or if they got into embroidery because, after riding and seeing so much embroidered wear, I don't know, but it's a definite crossover.
Yes, and it's been wonderful. It's something that has worked no matter what part of the country we've been in. So
Yeah.
it's been a nice thing. Other than like we've got seashells. It's only in,
Sure,
even some
coastal
landlocked
areas.
people will get it, but
Yeah,
this one's pretty universal.
right.
This next collection is one that I teased the last time we were together, and
Okay.
it is our Mylar Fab Flowers.
Uh-huh.
And I showed, I believe,
Oh,
some of the
yeah.
dimensional
Uh-huh.
flowers last time.
Yeah, beautiful.
So with this collection, you're getting 16 different flowers in 4x4, excuse me, in 2x2 and
Oh,
4x4. So 16 different flowers, 4x4, 2x2.
mhm.
And put some light on those.
Oh, they look at them standing out. They're just beautiful.
And that's
Gorgeous.
just another fun thing you can do with it. And with all 16, you are getting each in a cluster of 3.
Okay.
And then you are also getting all 16 in a 4x4 red work. So
Uh-huh.
these fit in a 5x7.
Okay.
The single red works fit in a 4x4. And then you are getting the large combinations that I put together. Those fit in 9.5 by 9.5. But
Wow.
if you don't have a hoop that big, I've given you all of those elements separately. So again, you're getting the flowers in 4x4 and 2x2, but I'm giving you all the greenery you see in these
Oh,
different combinations. And then the
lovely.
really fun thing is the bumblebee. You're
Oh,
getting
they're
that
sweet.
bumblebee in 3 sizes.
Yeah.
The larger size I put like as a napkin ring, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I did them dimensionally on here just because I thought it is just one more fun thing to do. You
Sure.
can stitch them directly on there, but
Yeah.
the product that we use to make these is called Pure Shape, and that's our own product. Here it is right
Mhm.
here. When you go to our website on the home page, you will see this product. Click on that and you're going to see a full video that not only shows you how to use it, but it goes farther and shows you how to make it pretty on both sides by stitching at one time. And it gives you guidance on adjusting your tension, upper tension, because with machine embroidery, it always pulls your color to the back because you don't want to see
Mhm.
that bobbin thread. If you want it to be pretty on the back, it gives you guidance on adjusting that so it's a little more balanced. And
Great.
we as embroiderers still know what the back looks like.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
can tell, but other people
The general
so it
public,
gives you
most
guidance on that.
certainly.
And
Yes.
we've done the butterflies and all those
Yeah.
other fun things
Beautiful.
with
So
our Pure Shape.
Patricia, Tracy has a question. She says, is the Mylar that you sell, Purely Gates, only available in one color? And why is that?
Yes, it is. And the beauty of that, I don't know where I threw my package, but yeah, here it is. This will reflect whatever color thread is used with it. There's no reason to use colors. Why not? Why not just use the one because it works? Inevitably, you're embroidering 11 o'clock at night. I don't have any more green. Oh, I don't have any more red,
Yeah.
Nope, same one.
Same
And
one.
the other beauty of this is anything you tear away, when it's time to remove it from the design, save those pieces. You may not be able to use it in the collection you're using right now, but other designs will have smaller areas. So small areas, big areas. If you've got some weird shaped pieces of
Yeah.
Mylar, save it because you're going to be able to use it on there. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is all you ever need. And this is true Mylar embroidery. Like I said, we own the trademark. So this is the original. And again, we guarantee launderability with whatever this is embroidered on, as long as you're using our designs. Okay.
Great.
That's a
And
good
so,
question.
Etta wanted to know, what's the smallest size of those bees that you have there? They are
Let me
tiny.
put my finger. Yeah, they are tiny
Hmm.
in relation to my finger.
Yes. Okay. About an inch, inch and a half, right?
No, maybe an inch
Maybe an inch.
on the
Okay.
smallest ones.
Very nice.
And then the biggest fits in a 4x4. I didn't pull that one,
Okay.
but it's, yes.
Nice.
Do you want me to go into our new product now?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
We're so
So
excited to hear about this.
Yes. Now, I have been embroidering a long time. A friend of mine a long time ago made me some templates so that I didn't have to use my rulers anymore, because I tend to cut things out wrong. You've done all that embroidery and it's time to trim it out for your project, and I'm looking through all of these lines, and inevitably I'm either cutting it, a few of them, a quarter inch of it short, you know, and you're like, oh God, I gotta re-embroider it kind of thing. Or I don't get it centered properly. But she had cut all these templates for me in the different sizes. But I couldn't find anybody that could make those for me. She did that as a favor kind of thing. But now I have. So what we're doing, we've got a product, we call it Pure View. And let me get one here. And it truly is Pure View. No lines except for a quarter inch. Let me put that up there. You see the quarter inch? Each template has the quarter inch on there. It's clear view. It does state the size that you have. And how this works is, so doing a lot of embroidery, do a lot of quilts. Usually when you're doing a quilt or project, even if it's a banner, all three of your blocks are probably going to be the same size, okay? So you decide ahead of time, I think I want to cut these an 8.5 inch size. So what do? Pick up the 8.5 inch, right? Then I've got my my embroidered block, and I can visually center that over the design and cut it out. Next one, visually center it, cut it out. So I eliminate my error of cutting it wrong or having it not centered, because again, it is clear view or pure view. Okay. Yeah. Now, the other reason I absolutely love these, I'm very stingy with my fabric and stabilizer, and I was born a sewer and we save everything, right? So I like to make the most of everything. What I like to do, again, because I'm making all these things, I like to get the most out of my stabilizer and fabric. So when I do my embroidery, and this is also going to give you a little sneak peek of my new collection we're working on now, I will cut a strip of fabric by the width, WOF, width of fabric. So this one's going to be an 8x8. So with my 8x8 frame, I need 15 inches width in order for this to fit in this frame, okay? So what I did was I cut a strip, 15 inches by width of fabric.
Right.
All right? Now what I do is I will start at one end, closer to me. I'll start at one end, hoop the first one, and do the embroidery. Pop it out of the hoop, take my Pure View, put it over the top, and I take my water-soluble pen and I'll draw where I'm going to cut my lines later, okay? Now, I can hoop right next to the one I just embroidered.
Right.
I have a comprehensive video that shows you exactly how to do this in detail. But what that does is, if I was to cut out my fabric and stabilizer larger than my hoop, what I normally would do, in a width of strip this size, I'm getting 3 designs for an 8 inch.
Right.
But with this one, doing it this method with the Pure View, see, I've got room for one more here.
Yeah.
I'm getting 4. So everything that you're throwing on the floor, throwing in the trash, could actually be another embroidery.
Another
so
black.
This is just putting them close up, and enables you to hoop right next to the previous one. So what we've done is we've created some sets of these designs. So we've got a set that is 4.5 inch to 7.5 inch. So that's one set. And that retails for $49.99. Then we've got the 8.5 inch, 9.5, 10.5. So there's 3 of these, 8.5 up to 10 inch for $54.99. Then also for rectangular or hoop fills, I like to call them, you are getting a 5.5 by 7.5, 8.5 by 6.5, and then your 8.5 by 12.5 design. So the some of those motorcycles I just showed were 8 by 12 designs. This is perfect for that. Then out of requests from the shows, someone mentioned 12.5 by 12.5 would be a good one to do. These are also great if you were doing t-shirt quilts.
Right. Absolutely.
Again, pure view, you can center the design and then cut that puppy out. So,
Yeah.
and this one's $24.99. These two are the $54.99.
Very
So
nice. Great new
these,
product.
there's two things that I absolutely love using all the time. It's my pure view, now that I have a name for them, and my hoop grid. That's the other thing. I told the lady, I said, if I can't find my hoop grids, I have a little conniption fit. So, so that's
We
our
have a
new
question
product.
here from Lori W. And she wants to know that she says she's always looking for Mylar, and someone told her to buy balloons from Dollar Tree. So I'm sure you'd love to address that.
Yeah. You'll be sorely disappointed. The Mylar doesn't cost very much. A 3-count package is $12.50 plus shipping. We do flat rate shipping on that. But you will be amazed how far this Mylar goes. So don't cheapen it. What do they say with computers? Garbage in, garbage out. You
Yeah.
don't want to spend all that time and effort. Again, you're using your fabric and your stabilizer and your
Right.
thread to have an effect that really doesn't work.
Yeah, and
I
the
challenge you, go
reason-
ahead and try it if you
Yeah.
don't want to,
Well, the
don't
two
wanna
products
maybe-
are actually made differently, and the ones that are made out of balloons during the laundering process, they will the layers will separate, and you won't have that beautiful sheen that you will with a traditional, embroidery mylar. They are different products.
They are
So
different products.
really, the dollar store, okay, it's $1, but your time and your effort and that sample that you're putting it on, that blank or quilt or whatever it is worth a lot more than the couple dollars that you saved at the dollar store.
Right. And Mylar balloons aren't that cheap. So
Well, I
I
guess
know
at
it
the
says
dollar
it,
store,
I know it
they're
says the
$1.
dollar store, but
Yeah, right.
somehow the dollar store is getting a little more expensive.
Yeah.
All right, so our sneak peek this time is we're working on Mylar Merry Christmas. We have a Mylar
Ooh.
Western Christmas with a lot of fun phrases. It's got
Yeah.
more of a Western style font to it. But this is just going to be some fun phrases, some cute things. So I'm going to show you a few of what I've got done so
Yeah.
far,
They
or at what point I've gotten stitched.
Yeah.
See if I can get the shine on
Adorable.
that.
What a friendly Santa. And look at his friendly face, his cute eyes. Lovely. Just lovely.
And then again, more phrase designs.
Yep.
And
So
of course,
appropriate for Purely
yes,
Gates
it
to have
is,
that saying.
And
Yeah.
we'll say pun intended on that one. Again, I'm
Oh.
just now getting some of them stitched out.
Gorgeous. Oh, the shading on your lettering and those swirls and it's just stunning. Beautiful work. The holly leaves.
And as I was saying, we're trying to fulfill a lot of asks. In this collection, we are also adding, you are getting your gingerbread men.
Oh, well, look at them. They're so
3
cute.
of those.
Yeah, and look, they're so sparkly with the Mylar.
And
That's
here,
adorable.
two-sided. And again,
Just,
that video will show you how to do that.
yeah.
You're
And
getting
so they want to
cookies.
know, when are these going to be available?
Oh, I want to know too.
Yeah, soon. In time for
Soon.
Christmas.
It'll be in time for you to make some stuff for Christmas.
Here's a
And
good
these are,
question. So you're showing us on your, is it Pure Shape?
yes, Pure Shape.
Yeah, Pure Shape. But Sandra Martinez wanted to know, can you use Mylar on cardstock?
I think it's more a question as, is the design created for cardstock? If the design is created for cardstock, then that answer would be yes, if it incorporates Mylar.
Right.
But I wouldn't use these Mylar designs on cardstock. I probably, that's on my list to do.
They're
some
pretty
green card
heavy.
type designs.
Yeah.
It's going to perforate right out of it. But this is what I'm using here.
Yeah, that's the Pure Shape. I love
And this
that.
package actually has 4 pieces in it.
Okay, very nice.
But watch the video and you can see, I'll be handling it and you'll see truly the
Great.
texture and that kind of thing.
Okay.
But here's some cookies,
Yeah, so cute. Christmas cookies.
calorie free.
Right, calorie free and all
Those
that
kind to
effort. They're going to
have.
stay around for a while.
Yeah. But we've included nutcrackers.
Uh-huh.
The gingerbread men, you're getting those in 3 sizes. So there's a lot
Wow.
of different things you can do with the nutcrackers will be in 2 sizes each. All the phrase designs, all of that, you're getting in 2 sizes each. Again, don't want to leave out the people with the 5x7s. And then here is your
Quilting.
the quilt motif
Oh,
that you get in 10 sizes, and I'll be
very
coming up with a border motif that goes with
yeah.
that as well.
And that's all one collection?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So that's
Okay.
what's coming up. So I'm having fun stitching these out now. It's always fun. I mean, I love every step of it, but
Yeah.
again, I still watch that needle go up and down. It's drawing with thread, you know.
I know.
It's always fun. My husband draws these, so
Yeah.
it's always fun to see what he's created coming to life in
Yeah.
the thread and the mylar. And I determine where the mylar is going to be. If that's a question, you can't suddenly decide you wanted one part over the other. I've already made that decision for you. And that's why the color change chart does show you the portion of the design that color is going to stitch. So you'll know when to lay down the mylar and when to tear it away.
Yeah. So Tracy wants to know, does this collection have a name yet so they can be on the lookout?
Yes, and it is called Mylar Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Real inventive there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And as long as you sign up for our email notifications on our website,
Yeah.
you will be notified when this comes out.
That's right. And so Etta wants to know when. And, here, Etta, I'm going to answer for Patricia. She's the owner of a small business. It's her and Tom, her husband, who do all of this fantastic work. So they're scrambling every day, right, Patricia?
Yes.
And you want it out yesterday. So it's as soon as possible, right? I know.
We want
so
it,
there's
we
no
want it out.
date.
Yeah, as people say, when do you sleep? Well,
Yeah.
probably I sleep too much, but I still, I'm embroidering constantly. I absolutely love
Sure.
it. When we're on the road, I go through withdrawal because
Yeah.
I can't embroider. They say, oh, you
Yeah.
must embroider it, in the hotel at night. No, there's no time because we're answering emails. We're,
Yeah.
doing administrative stuff, and we're doing shipping and everything.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's hard.
if you ever have the opportunity to go to one of the shows that we're at, we do put the events that we go to on our website. Come by, say, hey, see this stuff in person, because it's just people come in and constantly, I want that thread. And or they'll come in and they say, what is your secret to use a metallic thread? And I say, I don't use it.
Yeah.
So,
But speaking of
always
thread,
whispered. "No, I
Speaking
don't
of
use
thread,
it."
you do use our exquisite 40-weight polyester thread, and all of your embroidery designs are digitized and listed by exquisite thread color numbers. So if you are an
Absolutely.
exquisite thread user, you're going to love these instructions because it's going to coincide with your thread stash. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And where my colors come from, and the colors you see on the color change charts are determined by the fabric. So if you've got a project you have in mind, buy your fabric first. That's where all your colors are coming from. But a lot of people do want to mimic what we've done. And like she said, it is the exquisite thread by Dime. Those thread color numbers are on the color change chart. And a lot of people will say, just send me the thread. I just want to do what you did. So,
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
it's always
Absolutely.
available. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Linda wants to know, when will your 2024 travel schedule be posted? Because they want to plan around your schedule.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Isn't that nice?
As the contracts are signed for these shows, we start posting them. And I think really there's 3 shows we are officially signed up for next year. But I think I can tell you we're going to be at Road to California in January. End of January is Phoenix at the fairgrounds. We're doing Paducah. That one's in April. This year we did 18 shows this year. We're cutting back because we haven't had time to create new collections. So we're going to cut them in half, and then we'll hit them again, the ones we didn't hit in 2025. So
Wow,
Paducah,
18 shows this year. That is
Yeah.
a lot.
and so
And
there's a lot
you
of
don't
driving.
fly, right? Do you drive to every
drive.
show because you have so much to bring?
We
So
have,
think about that, folks. What a commitment that is. It's a lot of time on
we
the
have the
road.
flooring, the drape, the pipe, the lighting,
Yeah.
the fixtures, everything, because we wanted the booth to look just a
Oh.
certain way. But I believe we will be doing Atlanta, Lakeland. Tom, help me out. Boise, Salt Lake, Castle Rock, Colorado.
Oh, wow.
Always do Houston because we live just outside of Houston.
Yep.
So we're always there. And then we're always on the internet.
Yep.
And that will also give us more opportunity not only to create new collections, but to create more videos. And I like to be very detailed. I like to talk a lot, but
It's all
so
right.
more videos. And I find videos are helpful. I don't know how we survived without the internet, you know.
In the beginning, I know, right? And now,
So, yes. So as the contractors sign, officially they will be put on the website as we go. But that's a basic rundown of what I think we're going to be doing next year.
yeah,
And
awesome.
it'll be here like this, you know. It's you
Yeah.
blink and it's Christmas. So
I
we
know.
will have the Mylar Merry Christmas done in time for you to be able to do something with it for
Right.
Christmas. Yeah,
You'll probably have it ready for quilt, right? In Houston in October, the end of October.
that's the goal.
That's the goal,
really.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
You'll make it. You'll make it. I know that.
Yeah.
So let's take another closer look at that the perfect vision lamp, just so you could see that magnification 5 times. So those of you maybe like me, you're having some, decaying vision, and boy, I know I really benefit from this. And what I love about this lamp is on my multi-needle machine, they say it has bright light, but I don't think so. And when I put this lamp on next to my multi-needle machine, I was just shocked to discover that I actually had a hole in each needle, in each of those 10 needles. I swear they weren't there before. When you're trying to thread that needle, it's almost impossible to do. And now with this perfect vision lamp, it's just awesome. So yeah, I love it. And I hope you'll take advantage.
Didn't they?
Huh?
The holes in the needle reappeared. I always thought my mom was nuts growing up. She goes, there's no hole in this needle. I'm like, it's right there. And now, I don't know where it went.
When my sister and I used to travel the country and teach, and, I would literally lean over a customer who was struggling with threading. I could lean over her and thread that needle, like that. Now, not so much. Not so much. And I think of all those ladies that I helped, and now I understand why they struggled. I didn't really understand. I was just trying to get them up to speed and help them out, but now I know how frustrating that is.
We're living it.
Yeah. There's our friend over at Creative Applique who says that lamp is amazing and perfect for so many uses. How big is the clamp that anchors it? I should know that. It's definitely on our website. I think it is it will open to 1.5 inches, I believe. It doesn't say it on the box, so.
It does say fits tables up to 1.5 inches.
There we go. Right. And Krista says that she has mature vision too. Yeah, we earned it, right? We earned it. Yeah. So
a badge of honor.
Yeah. And then Colette has a question about needles. What needles are best to use with Mylar? I would imagine you're just matching to the fabric, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You're not going to use a different needle just because it's Mylar Embroidery, and you're not going to stabilize any differently just because it's Mylar Embroidery. Whatever you normally use and have success with is what you're going to do with a Mylar Embroidery design. I'm telling you, this cannot get any simpler. One color of Mylar, designs, follow the color change chart, do what you normally do, and you're good to go.
Yeah. And you'll just shimmer all over the place. It's great. Yeah, it really catches the eye. And, for quilts, it's just, so adorable. It really is.
In addition to the shine, it's not just the shine. It does add depth and dimension to the design. Yeah. So it's just, you can't not look at it.
Without a lot of heavy stitching and without a lot of, shadowing and highlighting. It's awesome. Yeah. Great. And you've done so well. I'm so proud of how your company has grown and the artistic accomplishment of your husband, Tom, and then how you bring it to life in fabric and thread. It's a marriage made in heaven. Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah. And you're about to celebrate what wedding anniversary?
37.
37 years. Isn't that great? And you work together every day?
We haven't killed each other. We're not on the news yet. She was such a quiet neighbor.
Oh, goodness. Not anymore.
No, what he does is what he does, and what I do, what I do. And it just, it's funny when we do the shows and we're setting up and the people come in, there's no way y'all are married. Y'all aren't bickering. It's like, he's
Yeah.
got his job, I've got mine.
Right. Yeah. You know the tasks that have to be done.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Brenda Campbell wants to know, can you use this on a baby quilt?
Yes, yes.
You know, and
And
it's safe because it's stitched down.
yep. Remember, we guarantee launderability. Wash, dry, and iron unlimited on the item you're embroidering it on. And just for reassurance, my daughter-in-law has 2 of our giraffe quilts from Mylar Giraffes for our first and only grandchild. So, and I knew it worked well before even this, because I've done so many clothing and everything. We've been doing this for 17 years. But I was thrilled to see that she was using it and washing it. It's not one of the, oh, it's too pretty to use. Oh, no, no. It's on the floor. The baby's thrown up on it. It's been great. It's been great. And it looks great. So, yeah, do not put it on kitchen towels, aprons, anything that you're going to wash. In fact, everything, especially garments, the first thing I do after I embroider is throw it in the washing machine. I'm either removing stabilizer or something, you know? So, yeah.
So Lori W wants to know, is it crunchy or soft? So let's go to the overhead cam, and I have a sheet so that you can see. First of all, it's really lightweight. Now, it sounds crunchy, right? You can hear that, right? You can hear it. But when it's in fabric, it's not crunchy. It doesn't make any sound any longer. And it actually results in a lighter weight embroidery design, because to achieve all this layering and highlighting and so forth, you would have heavy complex fills. And because of the Mylar is placed underneath a light complex fill, it's actually lighter weight than a normal embroidery design. Wouldn't you agree, Patricia?
Absolutely. And if you see a Mylar embroidery elsewhere, touch it, feel it, listen to it. You shouldn't
listen
hear it.
to it.
If you hear it, it's not Mylar embroidery.
It's not really Mylar
embroidery.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's again, we have perfected the process. We own the trademark on it. We've got more designs of Mylar than anybody else's. And again, we guarantee every bit of it. You should not hear your garment and your embroidery or whatever. You should not be hearing your embroidery.
Right. So I thought
it shouldn't talk to you.
Yeah, I kind of always have a test, like how soft is something, and that is to roll the fabric, an embroidered area. And if it rolls softly, then I know it's not heavy and dense. And as you can see, I have a layer of stabilizer, top fabric, and batting here, but this does roll very nicely. So it's super comfortable, lightweight. It's perfect.
In our booth, I usually pass around, I've got this very, very thin t-shirt that you could almost read through. But I've embroidered an elephant on it, and I've used 2 stabilizers with it, my Hydro Stick and my tearaway. So 2 stabilizers. And I hand it to them, and I wad it up, and it's like, feel that. And I'm like, oh, dear God, feel this, Susan, feel.
Yeah, right.
It's hilarious, because you think it would be stiff. And that's the other thing about our Mylars. We guarantee not only the launderability or any of that, but it doesn't add density to the design as well. So it's just one more thing, one more reason to use the right product, with your embroidery.
Oh, now here's an interesting question. Deva wants to know, can you use Mylar with other embroidery designs, not specifically designed for Mylar?
Well, if you heard me before, I always mention the areas that sparkle in the designs have a special stitch fill that allows that Mylar to show through. And it's created with a clean fill. If you get our product, you're going to see one of the things we do is we recommend you do not resize a Mylar embroidery design, because in the areas intended for the Mylar, I have manually placed the stitches for a clean fill. Regular embroidery, it'll stitch here, it'll run over here, fill in this little area, and it'll come back. You'll notice mine don't do that in the areas of Mylar. But if you change it even by 1%, I know you've got the special software, it'll hold the density, but you're going to see all these weird runs go on all through it, and because you can see through it, it won't stitch as intended, and you won't be happy.
Right. And so Geraldine says, can the Mylar be used with fill designs that were created in your baby lock? Well, you can give it a try, but you're not going to probably get the same pleasing results that you would get with a design that has been digitized specifically by Purely Gates and specifically for Mylar. You know, it's a digitizing expertise. I mean, there is a talent to this, you know, in the digitizing aspect of it. And, you know, you mentioned software. We have software, we sell software. And every machine, well, not every machine, but many mid-range and top-of-the-line machines allow you to do some digitizing in the machine itself, but it's very limited. So, you know, when you go back to the old school techniques of placing by hand each individual stitch, those designs that you love from Purely Gates and other professional design companies like maybe Anita Good Design, they're not automatic you know, software programs. They're done by hand, both art and the digitizing. So you get what you pay for, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, we've never raised our prices in 17 years. So,
wow.
And our collections just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Bigger and bigger. So you're really giving more today than, you know, you did, you know, 10 years ago. Yeah. For the same price. So no inflation over there. It's kind of the reverse over at Purely Gates. So let's see, Carolyn Morrow wants to know, can you rewatch this later? Absolutely. This will be on YouTube and Facebook, and you can rewatch at your leisure forever. It'll be on our site. So we never take them down.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, I know. But now, there is a time for everything, right? So our special on the Perfect Vision lamp is only good this week. And we encourage you to take advantage of that special pricing. And you have a special that also has a limited time, right?
Yes, our special, and again, this is only done when we're with you, Eileen. We never do this otherwise. And it is a site-wide sale, 15% off everything.
Wow.
Everything. We never do that unless we're with you. So,
well, that is, I feel really special. Thank you so much.
Well, we feel special being with you and being asked to do these things. So we want to offer, and the code is DIME, DIME 15. Okay. And I want to show you where you're going to put that code just to eliminate question. It's the coupon code box is actually in the cart. So as you start adding things, you're going to see it in the lower left corner. We've circled it in red here, and that's where you're going to type in DIME. It doesn't matter if it's upper or lowercase, right, Tom?
Put it in all caps.
Oh, he just said put it in all caps.
Put it in all caps.
DIME 15, and it should take 15% off of everything.
Awesome.
We've got a lot of different notions in there that will recognize as being DIME products. So yeah, DIME 15% off everything, and it goes through midnight Monday night.
Yeah, so that is July 24th. Now, we did have a question from Bonnie. She wants to know, for your Mylar designs, do you post how many color changes and different colors are used before purchasing the designs, and do you have any tennis designs?
We don't have any tennis designs. Yet. Tom says yet. We don't post the color changes or how many different colors are in each design.
Because it's a collection, you know, it's a wide collection of embroidery design.
Like this one right here, there's 101 designs in this
one.
We try to give you as much information as we can. You will see, if you do our digital downloads off our website, you will, obviously you're not getting a package that shows you, where's my package? Here they are. You know, that shows you the different sizes, and those actually what it's showing you is the size hoop it fits in. We have a PDF document on each web page for the collection that gives you a breakdown of these and what hoops they fit. So we're not giving you exact sizes, we're telling you what hoops they fit. And no, we don't have the stitch count and the number of color changes in each.
But you know, if you fall in love with a design over at Purely Gates, buy it, because it doesn't matter how many colors are in it. You're going to want to get the same results that Patricia did, and you're going to stitch every color that she tells you to stitch in those instructions. Right?
And if you've fallen in love with something, a lot of times it's because of the detail, and what comes with detail, color changes. So, yeah.
And a lot of times in your designs, it's maybe it's 8 colors, but there's actually 14 color stops. because you're
Absolutely.
repeating so that you're not running over one another, for lack of a better word, right?
Right. Where the colors are placed in the sequence are there for a reason. If you color sort it, you're on your own. So
Yeah.
as embroiderers, you want to enjoy the process. Okay, it's just part of enjoying the process. So just follow the color change chart, and you're going to get the same results that we have. That you're seeing. Everything I show you are the exact same stitch files that I'm providing to you. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Here Marcia says, that she's purchased from you, the designs are beautiful and the instructions are great. I mean, and that's been my experience in using your designs. I never have any questions. I print out that color sequence and I know exactly what my plan is going to be. And I pull my colors and I get the same, I'm able to duplicate what you did, which is what I think many of your customers want to do.
Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
So
always
it's
good to
awful.
hear when people will come up and they say, they're so easy to use. And I said,
Yeah.
go tell her she's got 10 of them from last year and she hasn't stitched them yet because she's afraid. Oh,
Yeah.
just go do it.
Just go do it.
Just go
Do
do
it.
it. It's
Open
so
up
watch
those
the
things.
video. Watch the video. We do have a lot of great videos on the
Yeah.
website. So do check
Right.
those out if you're apprehensive about doing this.
Yeah. And here's my good friend Retha Ranke. She met you last year in Houston at Quilt, and she says that she forgets. Does a package of Mylar come with the designs? But no, you need to order that separate, right?
Yes, it is separate because
Yeah.
again, you will be amazed how far the Mylar goes.
Yes.
Usually at the shows, one of our specials is we are giving a free sheet with each collection. And
Yeah,
that's
but
just
it
one of our
lasts
specials.
forever.
It
Yeah,
lasts a very long
it
time.
really does.
It doesn't
And
have an
don't,
expiration date. There's no right or
yeah,
wrong side. And if it's crinkly,
right.
flatten it out.
You
You're
flatten it
good to
out, but
go.
also don't worry about it if it's crinkly,
Yeah,
right? Use it
right.
anyway. Yeah.
We get it in such massive quantities when it's sheeted in the packaging. The top
Mhm.
and the bottom are always mangled to all get out. That's
Yeah.
actually what I use.
Right.
Okay, y'all get the pretty stuff. So
Yeah.
if it got wadded up, just flatten it out so the needle won't drag it around, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Yeah, let's see. So many lovely comments. Here's Terry. She's a shopaholic. She's new to embroidery, and she loves to hear about new designs and products. Well, Mylar is something you might really want to give a try because it's easy to do, and you get such professional results. So, yeah, let's see. That's awesome. Well, Patricia, it's always such a pleasure to spend an afternoon with you, and I thank you for going to all this effort, showing your beautiful samples to our Between Friends viewers. It's just been a fun hour.
Oh, we enjoy doing it, and we enjoy talking with people. So,
Yeah.
y'all have fun. Just do it. Just do it. Don't if you already had the designs and you're afraid to do it, go watch the videos again, and you're going to see truly how simple this is. And the
Really,
instructions are easy.
yeah, absolutely. You'll have success. Definitely, you're going to have success. And if you're out on the road and you see if Purely Gates is at your local quilt show, and make sure you stop into her booth because she most certainly has beautiful samples. And I hope you'll take advantage of our special today, the Perfect Vision magnifying lamp. And let's see. Oh, one last question from Claire. Can your customers sell products that has your designs on it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. A lot of the ladies are doing that. So
Yeah.
you
What
want
I
to,
tell people is if you sell 1,000, take me to dinner.
there you go.
Right? Yeah. And Retha Ranke says that you have great customer service because if you have a question and email it into your website, they'll email you an answer right away. So that's awesome.
When I'm at home, I'm at the computer anyway, and I see
Yeah.
boop, and I was like, oh, because I know when I ask a question, I want to know the answer now.
Right. Yeah.
But when we're on the road, I do answer emails in the evening because obviously I'm on the show floor and I
Sure.
can't do that. But yes, I'm very diligent on returning emails again because I don't want anybody to be frustrated. There's no reason to be frustrated, so I want to clear that up as soon as the question comes. And again, you may be in the middle of a project. Well, you want to finish it, so it'd be nice to have those answer,
Yeah.
right?
That's
So
right.
That's one of the reasons it's selfish. It was like if it were me.
Yes, right. Absolutely. Okay, Patricia. Well, thanks so much. And if you are one of our good friends here at Between Friends, I know you'll want to know when Ashley Jones is going live, and that's in a couple weeks. So she'll be doing Software Success again on August 1st at 1 o'clock. And if you never if you want to know how to, oh, I have so many mice going on here. This is how you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like us on Facebook. And if you haven't already done that, would you please do that now? Because it's that kind of feedback that keeps us going. So let's take a look.
In this video, we'll show you how to subscribe to a YouTube channel and follow a Facebook page through your phone. Let's start with YouTube. First, open your YouTube app on your phone. Once you're on your home page, search for the Designs in Machine Embroidery in the search bar at the top of the screen. Click on it and go to the channel page. Once on the channel page, click the subscribe button. And that's it. You're now subscribed to the channel. Now, let's move on to Facebook. First, open your Facebook app. Once on your home page, search for Designs in Machine Embroidery in the search bar at the top of the screen. Once on the profile page, click the three dots and select the follow button. And that's it. You're now following the page. Thanks for watching.
So I'll be back next week on the 27th, and I have another guest. That's Sue Brown, because it is our last Thursday of the month. We'll be doing a project and a quilt as you go. I'm going to teach you all about reversible piecing, and we're going to be talking about more shimmer and shine, but this time with metallics, both Kingstar and HTV. So lots of options on how to add a lot of sparkle to your embroidery, whether it's with Mylar or metallic threads or HTV. So I know that you're waiting to see what this week's project is for On the House. And before I reveal that, let's see what you've been stitching.
We would love to see any creations you all make with our free On the House designs. To do that, we have to be able to find your designs first. Go to Facebook and create a new post for your latest project. Make sure that your post is set to public view and add a quick description and photo of what you've made. Now the important part, adding your hashtags. You're going to want to use hashtag On the House, hashtag Dime Sew Along, and hashtag Exquisite Thread. And that's it. Now you can click post.
And this week's design is the Sail Away block. So I hope you take advantage and download that. As you probably are guessing, yeah, there's going to be 4 blocks that'll make a nice table mat or placemat if you want to participate in that. But isn't that adorable? It's a great big anchor and that beautiful lettering, nice polka dots, and some moving water in the background for quilting. So we hope you take advantage of that. And then join me next week at 1 o'clock, same bat channel, right? And we will do reversible piecing, putting these blocks together and show you how you can change the sashing for different scale of blocks. So I hope that you'll join me then. And again, our product today that this episode has been brought to you by is that Perfect Vision magnifying lamp, and I hope you take advantage of it. It is moving really quickly. So Patricia, thank you so much for joining me. They have till Monday to take advantage of your special, and that's over at Purely Gates. Dime 15, correct? Correct. Is the code, and that's all uppercase, one word, no space. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. This is the time to get those beautiful Mylar designs in time for Christmas. And go ahead and grab your Perfect Vision lamp so that when you get those designs, you'll have that close-up magnified look at your Mylar and make sure you get rid of all those little pieces.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Patricia, and I hope
Thank
to
you,
see
Eileen.
you soon.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
All right.